married, a young woman wanted a break from her husband after they got married, and then she faked her own kidnapping. Did you see this? Mm-mm. A 22-year-old woman has been charged with attempted grand theft and false report to authorities after faking her own kidnapping last February. The woman admitted to detectives that, quote, she wanted a break from her husband. She staged her own kidnapping from a local Domino's Pizza where she worked as a delivery driver. Just going home must have been a drag. If you have to fake being abducted, you know when you get off work, you're like, oh no, I got to go home and see him. The incident began around 10 p.m. The woman called her husband and said she was surrounded by multiple subjects. They had a gun and, wow, she went hard. They had a gun and were demanding money. Her husband, then she had to act. She also had to act.
Yeah.
Her husband told law enforcement in the report that during the phone call, he thought he heard pounding on the window and a car door opening before the line went dead. I mean, she's doing full production here. He started to receive text messages demanding money for the safe return of his wife. Whose phone was she borrowing?
Maybe she was using hers, but the kidnapper stole her phone.
Yeah. Oh, maybe so.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I would think it would become. Yeah.
Hey, this is the kidnapper. I have
that's
taken
easy
your
to
wife's
do.
phone. But also,
that's a good point.
That's when you really find out, like, how much is your husband willing to?
No. That's not where we go with this. No. She's absolutely nuts. Just say, hey, I need a break from this relationship. One Domino's employee started to get texts from the woman saying, call the cops and she's hurt. Get the money and she leaves without harm. And have it by 2 p.m. tomorrow and she'll be without harm. I wonder if she also thought she was going to make a little money off this too. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't just about not going back to her husband, but it's making a little cash too. Police were able to ping the woman's phone to a Culver's. They found the woman's car and she was with another man inside.
Uh-oh.
Investigators called the woman out on the inaccuracies in her story, and she admitted to sending the text messages to her husband and coworker, and she admitted she had never been kidnapped. This is from the Argus Leader. I mean, that's hardcore to go that far, that hard. Now she's in trouble with the law. I wonder if the husband, too, was trying to gather the money, or if he was like, you know what?
I'm
kind of glad she's gone.
Can't afford it.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's tough. Usually these stories are from another country, but when it says Domino's Pizza, you know it's America.
It's right here.
Yeah. I think probably, and I'm not to that point in my marriage yet, and you guys can speak on this because you've been married a long time.
Where are you going with this?
I'm saying there are probably points where you're like, you know what, I just don't want to hang out with my husband or wife today.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Hey, I asked for a break one time, and she let me go on a road trip. I went on a road trip for 4 days. Yeah.
Have you ever given that to her?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, she's never asked for it.
Okay, but when you returned back from that, it's not dawned on you since then to be like, hey, you know what, babe? I know with 4 kids and life's crazy, like, that was really good for me to get away. How about you take some days?
I don't want to volunteer that, but if she asked for it, I would think about it.
Why not volunteer that?
Because that's a lot of work, bro. I got 4 kids.
Okay,
could you handle all 4 of them for 4 days?
Yes, it would be a nightmare, but yes. Yes.
What a great gift that would be.
Okay, well, we'll talk about this later.
No, I mean, think about that. She did that for you. How did you approach her with that?
We were just going through things, and I said, I just need to get away for a little bit. And she said, okay, what do you need to do? I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just drive around and just kind of go anywhere. I'm not going to plan anything. I'll just go for like a couple of days. She said, take your time. Do it. I'll rent a car for you. She rented a car for me, and I drove around. I made it to Nashville.
Your credit not good enough to rent your own car?
Well, no, she just said, I'll book it. She said, I'll book it for you.
She did all this for him.
Yeah.
I think she may have wanted a break from him.
Wait, what was she doing while I was gone?
Wow. But I mean, yeah, good for you.
But all I'm saying is I asked, it is like, you ask, can I have a break? She said, yes. Why do you have to go through all this?
Well, she wanted a little cash too, it seems like, for her break. Wow. Okay, I think you should offer that for Valentine's Day to your wife.
Okay, I'll think about it.
So are you asking if one day you might get to that point? Like one day you're going to be driving down 65 and you just want to keep going south?
I would think if you had a bunch of kids at home and a husband, some days you'd be like, you know what? I just don't feel like going home right now. I need a couple hours.
It's normal.
And I'm not there yet. We don't have kids and I don't have a husband.
Amy, you've been there, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I've been on 65 going south to Alabama.
And you went all the way to Alabama.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm coming back.
So, yes, Bones, you'll get there. You'll get there.
I hope I don't. I'm going to bet on me not getting there.
Okay.
But thank you for your vulnerability and sharing those stories.
Hey, no problem, man.
It's about